Oscars, slam synopsis, take one. Hey you, come here. It's another year of golden statues with indie breakthroughs, blockbuster falters, and successful vets that we knew they do the voodoo that they do so well. It is swell to watch people pretend for our escape to magical landscapes or Planet of Apes, plot twists leaving our mouths agape, all printed on digital, film, or even tapes. There are too many to count, so let's recount every Oscar-nominated film and some poetry I have compressed. Lights, camera, slam synopsis. Arrival seems unrivaled as it's more than just sci-fi survival. Amy Adams is smart and rarely stumped, trying to talk with aliens, don't tell Trump. Andrew Garfield backs off a smidge in Hacksaw Ridge, bridging the gap between pacifist and soldier, shouldering the burden, burning in the gunfire. The continuous form of liar is Lion, loses a boy on a train in the Maine, gets adopted by Aussies and uses this boss technology called Google to search, and probably start to roam, but then he finds his home, never shown to have ire. Side note, why is it called Lion if India only has tigers? Some of these have older settings but could be used in present tenses, like the big black blockbuster, Hidden Fences.
That's racist!
Hidden Figures figures out that 3 black women helped NASA kick some assa, while Fences is tense and full of power from hell, watching Denzel and Viola Davis, who will save us from whatever burdens plague our society today, or cry trying. La La Land harkens to the golden age of movies with modern-day groovies and real-life singers cute and cheerful as a birdie. It reminds critics of films when they were 30.
But you're so old.
An emotional arrestor was Manchester by the Sea. See, it takes place in Boston with Casey Affleck getting the paycheck and maybe the Oscar. A kid lost his father, so Uncle Affleck is up to bat because the other Affleck was already up to bat. Now to the other brothers with another mother with no daughter and hell or high water. 2 bros bring down banks who were traitors to their land, but one good lawman stands in their path, watches the wrath explodes. Breaking the mode, Moonlight has fights not just at night and chronicles from nominal to adult in Miami. You need to see this one all the way to the end. And then as the director puts it,
please tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Much love.
So those are the best of the best pictures, but they are just best pictures, while other films got praised through other ways, so let's honor those to be honored not on the whole, but on its parts, and we will start with Captain Fantastic, who has 6 kids and a wife, nurtures them in nature until the wife dies and he realizes real-world exposure is necessary for, I guess, closure? But it's a comedy. LOL is not a comedy. Remember that bit about escape? Well, she got raped by an intruder. She sure seems shrewd or skewed in thought as she tracks him down. Is this insane? Oh, and she also runs a company for video games. Jackie is about Kennedy, but we follow the First Lady instead with a story that will just shoot you through the heart, or maybe the head. Loving is about the fight of a tight family in a movie not as simple as black and white, except that's the plot. Virginia did not like that Oreo, so they kicked them out in DC, but they see a way back to VA again. Florence Foster Jenkins spiraled as the OG to go viral like the American Idol contestant who can't sing but tries her hand and gets a brass ring as her career went unnecessarily deep, mainly another excuse to nominate Meryl Streep. Further down the wormhole to Nocturnal Animals, where Amy Adams can do all. She's perplexed and feels hexed by the novel of her ex, which seems like revenge, and you'll clench and claw to find out more. Now you can have a decent debate on the films they animate. Kubo shows you a boy who can fight with the monkeys and the beetles, giving them a yelp as they gave him help and made him a believer he can be an achiever against an ancient Japanese backdrop, all done through stop motion. Weird commotion, but don't be weary of My Life as a Zucchini. The title isn't about a vegetable, it's about a respectful officer who helps an orphan become owned. Alone on an island is the red turtle who, instead of Wilson, the lead had a shiny Squirtle and tries to escape using a bamboo stack. But wait till you see the plot twist. Or plot crack. Ha wink. Then you have these two. It's Disney. Discover another island with Moana, a strong female who wants to move on. They hit a homer like Movan, and I smell what The Rock is cooking. Box office success, but can't start booking that Oscar because unless you have a rodent phobia. You saw Zootopia, which had light commentary on race, but not too out of place and done with good taste, mainly with figures in authority, and you get to play the game, which species is the minority? But trust me, it's funny. Spoiler, the oppressed group is the bunnies. I think. Life Animated accentuates autism in animation and aspiring to communicate using the two. Now, 2 Fire at Sea sees Italian migrants try to get loose, but I got no excuse for the juice. OJ Made in America with the answer esoterica, but the answer to this whodunit still is feeble, whereas the answer in I Am Not Your Negro? White people. It looks at famous civil leaders pouring liters of sweat to fight racism post-slavery. How about something more savory? No, more slavery, because 13th sinks its teeth to an ocean not frail, We extend slavery by using criminals in jail, so 4 depressing tales and 1 more inspiring than fun. Can't we just go back to singing? It's another day of sun. Actually, no, we shouldn't. Alright, can we get something lighter, please? Extremis! That's about skaters who defy death? No, that's doctors and patients who decide when to cut the last breath. 4.1 miles riles up the shock on the dock of Greece where Coast Guard policed and assisted thousands during the European migrant crisis. Well, at least it's not like ISIS. Jesus Christ, it's Watani. My homeland ain't about my homeland, as a family flees Syria during war, but not all were torn away, as the White Helmets volunteered to help in civil defense, hence why I feel really sad. Gonna play the smallest violin, or I'll borrow Joe's violin. It's not violin, it's about a 70-year-old instrument proving instrumental for a 12-year-old girl. Now that's a happy pearl with no lives lost. It also says that Joe survived the Holocaust. Come on, where's the sunshine? For foreign, we start with the shore of mine. Actually, the land of mine. The land of mine was the land before time of peace. After World War II ceased, free Danish POWs had to clean up the German landmines on a Danish beach. Toni Erdmann is from the Germans and follows Winifred, a divorced dude who dabbles in developing musicians but loses his students and his daughter, so he goes yonder to Romania to ensue some mania with his alter ego. Now we go to Uwe. Is a movie that will move you from the Swedes, but it's not cheesy nor easy, as Uwe is going to commit suicide, but new neighbors slide just in time to start a new friendship with Uwe. Tanna Tanna Bofana Banana Nana Bafana Pipa Bofana. Tanna is about a woman in Moana who suffer their tribe's threats in this South Pacific Romeo and Juliet. Will their love be vanquished? Well, at least like Shakespeare, I don't understand the language. Now imagine Death of a Salesman, but in Iran. Well, that's the plan with The Salesman. A couple performs Miller's Tale when things got so critical they broke the suspense meter. I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran out of the theater. I know. But it was there and I ran with it. Come on! Come on, baby! Hello! Is this on? Woo! Blind Vaysha is an animated flick where a girl's sight is split between past and future. I feel bad for the junior who has weird permanent time. Oh, the sorrow! Unlike Borrow Time, where a sheriff can't whiff the memory of an accident, Pear, Cider, and cigarettes is the diet of champions. Now this 35-minute short is about the sport of a daredevil who dare the devil to put him in hospital and stalls to get a liver, Pixar had Piper who quivers at water which virtually looks realistic, while Pearl was that. It was the first VR-nommed film with a girl and dad going cross-country ignoring the bus, but I preferred that storyline in The Last of Us. Foreign short Enemies Within is a bad cop trying to get terrorist names. The railroad lady finds love on a TGV train, specifically with the conductor. Silent Nights didn't have a conductor, but did have a director. The Danes made a volunteer fall in love with an illegal immigrant. Sing. No, that's wrong, because that's Immigrant Song. Sing is not the one with hungry animals, but Hungarian adorables. When a new girl moves to an award-winning elementary school choir, 2 security guards inquire between each other during day and night in Timecode. I think I rode this in the ground. That does it for films, both great and lackluster. Oh wait, now we gotta do all the random blockbusters. Trolls had a song in the movie based on dolls. Jim the James Foley story had no lols because the journalist is missed an emotional squeezer. Hail Caesar was another Golden Age Hollywood film with prod design done brilliantly and put the exclamation on the Coen brothers' career. At least literally. Call up their managers because Passengers was the chance to get J-Law another nom, but it kinda bombed as the leads were left in space. Elsewhere in Star Trek Beyond placed new characters and beasts that were fantastic, and where does one find them? Just look to J.K. Rowling's eyes as she keeps milking that franchise. I-eyed Allied when 2 spies tried to hide, but when it opened wide, never hit stride and financially died. Deepwater Horizon has deep sound effects, while in the actual Horizon, Sully's plane was going down, but no one drowned despite lack of comms to the tower. 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi is a long title, but vital, about Americans protecting a compound during a terror attack. The next film was stacked with animals trying to take down a force from the jungle who saw himself as a god. Nope, I'm talking Suicide Squad. For best makeup, which you can find on YouTube tutorials everywhere, just look. The Jungle Book had CGI and a little singing. 20th Century Women is winning as 3 women won the heart over the audience by raising one's son. Rogue One was a lot of fun at the end despite everyone meeting theirs. Finally, pull up a chair for the final film on our roster. The Lobster is a man trying to find love or he'll be sent to damnation and turned into a crustacean? I can't believe that idea got financing. Besides, we all know lobsters are best when they're dancing. So that's the Oscar noms. This year it's hosted by Kimmel. Hope you enjoyed this little slam I scribbled. Remember, they all took months, if not years, to make, so don't mistake your opinion for poor work. This is a time to celebrate and not be a dick, and maybe just do that and not complain about politics. Just once. Go watch some films with popcorn on your lap, or just Google search you'll find bootlegs in a snap. This, my friends, completes our recap, or as we say in the biz, that's a wrap! Bye.